Namaste, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you for taking your time out today. I know all of you, or many of you, must be busy in your work, and there are so many people out there engaged into various different activities. But today we are meeting here for a special purpose, and you have taken time for this important purpose in this meet. So I would like to thank each one of you. It feels that this vision of peace is not to be done by only a few organizations or some groups, but people like you, awakened, sensitive ones, those who really feel to do something for our world. All of you must be aware or must be knowing something about MaitriBodh Parivaar, MaitriBodh family, that we are working towards establishing our one message. And that message is one world, one family. Under this vision, when we felt that let us extend our social, spiritual services to everyone, we felt that there is something still missing, that we even now should take one more step ahead in establishing this message of one world, one family. Now, when we realize that entire world, our people, societies are going through challenges. When we say challenges, means there are so many moments of conflicts, violence, disturbance, painful events happening globally. Various countries, right from Asia to Russia, Africa to America. So when something like this is disturbing our peace, then must be something that we need to do together. When the wound is so deep, we need to come up with a better, effective treatment for it. Considering this need, we felt let us start connecting with people like us through a better global platform. And that's where we established International Spiritual Council. And you are those who felt that this message is very apt, important, something where all other members of societies, world, should come together and do something constructively. So today, when we were talking about our message, one world, one family, the next step comes, how do we do it? What do we do? Through International Spiritual Council, what is that exactly we are going to do? We would like you to know today. What we will do, that we will try to share our vision in depth, or we will share a map, basic map on which we all can work together in healing our planet, improving the health of our planet. Something can be done. One way, obviously, the disturbance is happening, or people are frustrated, annoyed, chaos everywhere. So we might see it as something natural event or something which keeps happening all over so many years or all over the world. One way, as we said, let us just flow with it The other way is to correct it. When we do not want this, when we are not happy with what's happening with our people, with our family, then if there is an intense desire to do something actively to heal our people, our friends, then there is a solution, there is a way. And that way we would like all of you to understand, realize today, and take it ahead. Whoever is working on this one global message, whoever is working, this message of one world, one family, about peace, love, harmony, that means they are with us or we are with them. And we want more and more people to join their hands, support this message, and start a new phase for our world, a future of our people. If you feel it, then let us do it, or it's easy to deny this need and move ahead. But one fact is for sure, that entire world, people out there, if you observe minutely, or if you study, or you just start meeting people, interact with them, people have somewhere internally started rejecting this idea of conflicts or separation or violence, struggle, fight, war. People are not liking it. People do not want this. People are seeking peace. They want harmony, love. If you know this, that people are truly seeking this, then let us bring that voice up. Let us help people. Let us echo this need. Let people know that yes, there is something good, better, or greater people are seeking in this world today. So considering this overall, this today's need, we want you to get ready. We want you to understand. Let us move together on this path. Now, if you see overall throughout the world, what we notice, things are getting repeated. Why repeated? If you see nature of this world, it's cyclical. It keeps repeating every now and then, like season, months, days. It keeps repeating. Events do keep repeating themselves. Now, if you see and visit history, what we have observed is that wherever there is chaos, whenever there was unhappiness, pain, struggle, what people realized, what people felt at that time is to come together, form a group, and fight against one particular ideology or one particular group or region or religion. That's what people kept doing. If you're not happy, fight against it. If you're not liking it, fight against it. This kept happening since years and years, I would say more than 1000, 2000 years. And people got used to it. But people, humanity, world, may be still not learning a lesson out of it. That there is something we are still missing. The first question that comes to us, that is it a right way? Is it a right way to deal with such problems, difficulties? Whenever there is an international conflict, the only way is to come and fight against each other. Is that so? Is it really solving our problem? I understand people are frustrated, annoyed, but there is another way to come out of it. And people haven't yet tried it. And we are here trying to tell people that there is another way. And we need to connect with that one way, that one remedy, one treatment, that let us walk this path of peace, love, harmony, and see how your life will change future of our country, our world, our society, how it will change. Look into it. And we, through International Spiritual Council, with your support, we will pave a way for a better future, for a peaceful world. And I want you to understand this today very well. We are open to meet, we are open to interact. Let us do something better, greater for our world. Now, when we know that there is a cycle which repeats itself, what happens in that cycle? If you look at it in 4 phases, first phase is awakening, second is freedom, third is displeasure, people not being happy, and then fourth is transformation. Means somewhere what happens in transformation leads again to the next phase, which is awakening. So people are awakened. Now they want to exercise their freedom. And while doing it, the result of that is displeasure. And people again act to change, reform, transform into a better world. So today, after seeing last 100 years, the time has come for a transformation, global transformation, or great transformation. That people are changing slowly, internally, psychologically, emotionally, and seeking peace, peaceful world, more peace, more harmony, better relationships. This is what people are internally all the time seeking this truth. We may not address this openly, consciously, but this is what people are seeking. If I ask this question, same to you, what do you want in your life today? Apart from this, for a while, forget this today's meet, but you personally, today, if I ask, what are you seeking? Then come back to your question, because if you are not happy, disturbed, still seeking something to complete your journey, and if it is reflecting back out there in the world in a form of disturbance, then world is getting disturbed. So whatever or wherever we are seeing disturbance, chaos, is all of that is a reflection of our own internal state. So how do we correct it? If this time is about transformation, this time is about change. Regardless of your preferences, whether you accept, you don't accept, but this change, this transformation, know for sure it's inevitable. You can't resist it. You can't neglect it. You can't avoid it. It's going to happen, and you can sense it. If you really connect to what's happening in the world, in a true sense, you will know that people are seeking more free world, better world, a peaceful world. So it's your choice whether we participate into it and actively change, or we are unknowingly contributing towards chaos, disturbance. Either of these two choices we have. If you're doing something constructively, that means we are helping this world. We are facilitating that change which will unfold with time if we are doing something positively, constructively for our people, our society, or any country that you come from. For us, for MaitriBodh family, this entire world is one family. One world, one family. And this is, again, not a concept, not an idea. For us, it is the experience. For us, this is the universal truth. Once you experience it, once you know truly that source of this world is the same cosmic intelligence that is being expressed through all of you. If you go back, then you know there is one single universal source. There are no different 2, 3, 4, 5 sources, but one single source who created this entire world or the universe. then why to separate? Why to struggle? Why to fight? Considering that, yes, there can be difference of opinions that can be there, but at the same time, that should not be a reason to fight against each other or to get into violence. The point here is that if you know your true source, your true nature, you will start acting in accordance with nature around. And you should know this. And to help this state, to enable our world to reach that state of one world, one family, there are two ways we can look into it. One is through collective approach and another way is individual approach. Individual approach, in a way, if you experience it, you will automatically start sending the signals to out there in the world, helping them to experience the same. And collective approach is what is it that we can, as a community or as a group, organizations, institutions, what is it that we can do today? So there are 3 steps I can tell you, and you can afterwards work on it. And how do we go ahead? But this is where today this International Spiritual Council will focusing at. 3 things, 3 R's. First is right values. Somewhere when we saw people out there, when we kept interacting, when we started hearing, listening to their problems, we realized that somewhere that important ingredient is missing. And those ingredients were positive, divine, spiritual values. Values, in a sense, having compassion, empathy, love towards our people. Mother also gets angry at her son, daughter, but still love is there. So having that compassion, love, one can get angry for the betterment of your child, of your friend, family member. So it is not that you become submissive or passive by embracing peace in life, but your life gets better, more evolved, or you get empowered to handle difficult situations and problems in life. With right values, when you know that how to interact, how to deal with people around, you actually know how to live life purposefully, with a better purpose, a meaningful purpose. Your relationship will naturally improve. More peaceful life, a purposeful life. This is where when we started interacting, this is what we felt there is lack of spiritual values. This is the cause, today's root cause of why people are suffering all over the world collectively, that this is where we saw people that they are lacking good positive values. Or maybe we couldn't teach this to our people around, or one generation to another generation. Somewhere this link was broken, that we couldn't teach right values. If this will definitely take time, but if we start focusing on it in groups worldwide that teach children, people, take sessions, guide people that how we can introduce values in daily lives and see that magic happening. If you are happy with your life being painful, suffering, disturbing, then it is okay. You can continue your life as it is. But if not, and if you want to correct it, then the best way is to inject a dose of positive value in life into your system and see how magic happens, how your world will change. Life becomes more powerful, more clear. You know what now you need to do in life. If there is no purpose, then there is no hope in life. And when there is no hope, then you are inviting suffering. With no hope comes suffering straight away. So instead of going into it, the best way, focus on this, believe in this lesson, that let me work on my own internal system. Let me upgrade it by adding one positive value without knowing, without people knowing about it, without revealing or telling anyone about it. Internal system. And I can still guide you ahead once we move to the individual approach. We'll know it. But this is what we need to do, right values all over the world. The second thing it will be right leadership. That we know that this is what we want to do, right values to be instilled into the system everywhere, but then you need right leadership. And this is what we are today lacking. Global leaders taking care of many other countries, families, guiding people. The leader, someone who should understand people's needs and should not be personally driven towards their own agendas. But power-seeking leaders, we have so many power-seeking leaders. But hardly we know someone, there are very few, those who really work for society. Most of these leaders, today's leaders, they are engaged into extending their power. That how more I can be there in that position. That's what they are doing all the time, all over the globe. If they are engaged into their own continuing powerful leadership, then who or when someone is going to address people's needs? If we really start working on it, I know that we suddenly can't change the system or people, those who are leading or governing, but we can create a better system, creating better right leaders. We can do this next 15 years or 20 years. Leaders with compassion, leaders with love, friendship, empathy. If we have leaders like this, then you will see how this world is going to change. And this is the only right, effective way that we all can guide people towards it. Right values to be infused, introduced by right leaders. Because only those leaders will understand this value of being positive, being more spiritual, being more with people, understanding people's emotions. And this is where we all need to work towards. Third point would be right purpose. We have right values, right leaders, but if we don't have a proper direction towards it, a tangible target, that this is the purpose that we all need to head towards and truly establish this message of one world and one family, then it will happen. Next 15 years or 20 years, let us have a target. Let us move towards it. And that's what this International Spiritual Council will be doing. We will be promoting peace at all possible levels. Let us promote peace wherever possible for you. Second would be build a happy, supportive communities. Let us do something about it. There are communities all over the world, in pockets maybe to begin with, but happy, supportive community. And the third point would be guide people, navigate people towards positive values, spiritual values, how well, what they can do, how they can introduce or how they can apply in everyday life, that through love, through compassion, how am I able to grow in life, financially also, psychologically, emotionally? how I am growing. This is where we will be focusing for the next few years. But we need to have a right purpose. A right leader with meaningless purpose will destroy everything. But with a meaningful purpose, life will be much, much peaceful, much, much more powerful. If you understand these three aspects, when it comes to collective approach, then we move to the next individual approach. What is it that you can do personally when you are not participating into anything like this, or even though you are participating in promoting peace? Individually, you just need to give time to yourself. 10 minutes, divine spiritual time. 10 minutes every day. Wherever you are traveling, you are in a flight, sitting somewhere, 10 minutes spiritual time. Means this is your self personal time. And what is it that you can do? Understand this. Again, here, 3 steps in brief, I'll tell you. First is acknowledge. Acknowledge means whatever is happening within you or with you, know it clearly. That today I'm not at peace. Today I got hurt. I'm disturbed. So understand this fact, acknowledge it. Now, when you know that this is what is happening, you are stuck somewhere. Now, there is a process with this, and if you want to know more about it, definitely we can sit and we'll explore and we can guide you more in detail about it. But to begin with, acknowledge the issue. Acknowledge whatever is happening, anything which is for you a problematic thing, that today I am not happy. Then the next step, that I want to treat this. There is a problem and I need a treatment. So the next step is antidote. Find an antidote for it. This is the remedy. This is the treatment of this problem. And every problem has a solution. Know this, that every problem has a solution. It just can't be there. Just it won't remain there as a problem. Nobody has got an eternal problem forever. Every problem has got a solution. We just don't go and reach there. That is the only difference. Somehow we stop looking for solutions, and that converts into problem. That my problem doesn't get over. If you look into it, that means I have stopped looking for more solutions. So first is acknowledge the problem, and the second is there is an antidote. And the third is apply that antidote, use that knowledge in daily lives, that this is what I got as a solution, and today I'm applying it to improve my life, to improve my mental state, to improve my emotional state, to help me evolve. I'm applying this lesson that I learned, you entirely learned in your those 10 minutes spiritual time. You got to know, oh, this is the solution and this is how I can solve it. If I am disturbed, if this is the problem, that I am disturbed, the antidote to that disturbance is peace. So when I am saying this, that I am disturbed, then only way to resolve this is by adding a better thought, a better emotion, that I am peace. When we keep saying I am disturbed, so it keeps increasing. But when I say I am peace, then everything starts settling down internally, that I am peace. Apply this. Apply this in your daily lives, that I am peace. And you are truly peace. Your true nature is peace. We just don't go into this emotion of yours, into this true nature of yours, and start looking for peace out there in the world. In those 10 minutes of yours every day, if you just keep connecting with this one thought or one fact or the truth that I am peace. Before establishing out there in the world, all my emotions, all my thoughts, my being, all those are at peace. I am peace. So, on both these aspects, individual and collective, we need to work together. Today's meet, although this is just a first step, but there are many more steps we are going to take until this message gets fully established in this world. At least 80% population all over the globe should start experiencing one world, one family, that we all are one. And this is truth, we all are one. The world is one. Stop differentiating, separating, judging people because of their color or their region or religion. We all are one. This is the truth. And it's high time now that we should connect our being with this truth and free ourselves immediately from pain, suffering. And when you free yourself from that, you actually start helping people. You start healing the planet. You start bringing the transformation immediately from that day onwards. Considering this, today's important gathering, meeting, interaction that we all had today, I would request, humble request to all of you, that continue this message after this meet, after this gathering. Extend it. Let it spread to people. When we spoke about displeasure, many people, they look at it, displeasure will slowly add more suffering. And this suffering will with time mount towards a bigger or greater disaster. And out of that, then people learn lesson. Let us not do this. This is bad. And now we realize that we all are one. And then transformation happens. But instead of waiting for something like this, why don't we just connect with this truth or start taking steps towards it? That I know that yes, we all are one, but let me take this step ahead. With compassion, love, let me start connecting with people, because everyone, all people out there, all are my family members. They are my friends. I have no enemy. All are my friends. This is what the feeling we all need to carry. And I'm very, very happy that you are here. Your presence assures that there are people like you truly want peace in this world, truly dedicated to foster peace, harmony in the world. I'm very, very happy, very, very glad that all of you came. Thank you so much. We just want that awake, assemble, act will make something great, better for this world. I am there with you. MaitriBodh Parivaar is with you. We all together can do something great for this world. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Namaste.